Habibi gang. Big match coming up, eh? Boxing Day Man City taking on Everton City, looking to, break this slump and climb back up the table.
Yeah, definitely a crucial match for them. They need a win.
And for this deep dive, we're going to, serve up a real tactical feast here, Habibi gang. We're diving deep into the stats, the head-to-heads, even got Opta's predictions in here. By the end of this, you'll be, armed to the teeth, ready to dominate those Boxing Day footy debates.
All right, let's kick things off then with City's recent form. They've been, a bit shaky lately, haven't they?
Yeah, a bit shaky is putting it lightly. 3 games, winless back-to-back losses against United and Villa. It's just not the City we're used to seeing.
Nope, not at all. It's like watching a Ferrari with a flat tire, all that horsepower, but they're just not moving.
Exactly. 7th place, 12 points behind Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's unheard of for a team that's won 4 titles in a row. I mean, Pep's got to be feeling the pressure, right?
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just their away form either, right? They've lost 2 out of their last 3 at the Etihad.
2 out of 3 at the Etihad.
Almost as many losses as they had in their previous 57 home games.
That's wild.
Teams seem to have, cracked the code a little bit, figured out how to exploit their weaknesses.
Yeah, maybe. The pressure's getting to them, especially Haaland. I mean, the guy's a goal machine. But even machines need a tune-up sometimes, right? 3 games without a goal at the Etihad. He's never gone 4 without scoring at home in the Premier League.
Wow.
You gotta wonder, is this the game he breaks out?
Well, he has scored in all 3 of his Premier League appearances against them.
Oh, really?
4 goals total. Even got a brace last season, so you never know.
Okay, so maybe this is the game he gets back on track.
Could be.
But let's not count Everton out just yet. They've been quietly building some momentum, especially on the road. Those draws against Arsenal and Chelsea.
Oh, yeah. They held their own against some serious firepower.
Absolutely. They've climbed to 15th place.
Yeah.
4 points clear of the relegation zone.
Dyche has definitely, instilled some resilience in that squad.
For sure. But hold on a sec. They've only won 1 of their last 19 away games.
Yeah, that's true.
And they haven't even scored in their last 4 away matches.
Yeah, it's like they've got this defensive shield but completely forgotten their swords.
Yeah, it's a bit of a head-scratcher, isn't it?
It is. Their defense has been surprisingly solid, though, especially considering Dyche's record against Hep.
What's his record like?
Not good. He's lost his last 11 against City. His teams have only scored 2 goals and conceded 34 in that time.
Oof, that's brutal.
It's a tactical mismatch of epic proportions.
Right, so you have to wonder, can Dyche finally outsmart Pep? Or is this going to be another City masterclass?
Well, history certainly favors City. They're unbeaten in their last 14 league games against Everton. And at home, it's a Fortress 13, unbeaten against the Toffees.
Okay, so all signs pointing to a City win then.
Well, not so fast. There's a twist. Remember that Boxing Day magic? Everton actually has a pretty good record against City on December 26th.
Really?
They've won 5 of their last 6 Boxing Day clashes, including that 2004 win.
Okay, so maybe history's on their side?
Maybe. Just maybe. Now let's consult the Oracle, the all-knowing Opta supercomputer.
Okay, what's Opta saying?
It's crunched the numbers, and it's giving City a 73.7% chance of winning.
Yikes.
Ouch, Habibi gang. Doesn't look good for Everton. Their chances are a measly 11% with a draw at 15.3%.
So Opta's basically saying don't bet the house on Everton.
Pretty much. But as we all know, the beautiful game can be unpredictable.
For sure. Let's not forget the injury situation either. City's missing some key players. Ederson, Ike, Dias, Stones, Nunez, Bob, and Rodri. That's a lot of talent sidelined.
Yeah, that's a significant blow for them. They're going to have to dig deep into their reserves.
And what about Everton? Any injuries on their end?
They're hoping Broja and McNeil will be back, but Garner and Eric Boonham are still out.
So a wounded City against a resilient but offensively challenged Everton. This is going to be interesting.
Absolutely. Who's going to come out on top, Habibi gang? That's the million-dollar question.
$1 million question indeed. All right, let's break down those predictions. We've laid out the battlefield. Now let's see who conquers it.
Sounds good to me. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty here. Habibi gang City's attack, even with all these injuries, it's still pretty scary. It really all comes down to whether Everton's defense can weather the storm,
Yeah. I mean, can they really hold off home? I mean, especially with him, wanting to prove a point after going goalless in the last few.
Hey, those 0-0 draws against Arsenal and Chelsea?
Right.
That was more about those teams having an off day than anything special from Everton, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. And even with all those missing players, City's attack is still pretty potent, right?
Bro, absolutely. But a lot hinges on their midfield. Rodri being out, that leaves a massive hole.
Huge hole.
He's like the engine, the shield, the conductor of that whole orchestra.
Right.
That's something Everton could really exploit, Onana and Guy. They need to step up big time, dominate that midfield, give their attack some breathing room.
Yeah, for sure. But let's talk tactics a bit. Pep, he's a master of adaptation, right? He'll definitely have a plan B up his sleeve. Maybe even C and D. You think he'll go all-out attack or play it safe, considering the injuries?
It's a tough one. Pep hates to compromise his style, but he's not reckless either. I think he might opt for a more controlled, possession-based game. Wait for Everton to make a mistake and then pounce.
Yeah, like a cheetah.
Exactly. And then you have Dyche, Mr. Pragmatism, park the bus, frustrate City, maybe nick a goal on the counter. It's classic Dyche.
Yeah, tried and true. But is that enough against City? I mean, one lapse in concentration and they could get punished.
Oh, for sure. Even with a depleted squad, City still has players like Foden, Alvarez, Mahrez.
Right.
These guys can create something out of nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into some of the individual battles that could decide this match. We talked about Haaland, but who do you think will be tasked with stopping him?
I'd say Tarkowski for sure. He's got the strength, the experience. But Haaland's a different beast altogether.
Oh, yeah.
They'll probably need to double team him, throw bodies in the way, disrupt his rhythm. If they give him space, it's game over.
And what about Everton's attack? Can they even score? I mean, they've been pretty goal shy on the road.
Yeah, that's a good question. Broja and McNeil coming back could give them a boost, but can they break down City's defense even with the injuries? It's a tall order.
Really is.
They'll be hoping to catch City on the break, capitalize on any defensive errors, but honestly, their chances are slim. They're going to need a moment of brilliance, some magic, to find the back of the net.
So you're not too optimistic about their chances?
I'm not saying it's impossible.
Yeah.
But it'll be an uphill battle for sure.
Okay, fair enough. But let's not forget the mental side of things. The psychological battle. City are wounded. They're desperate to prove those doubters wrong. Everton, on the other hand, they're playing with house money. Nothing to lose, and that makes them dangerous.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. City's under a lot of pressure. Another loss, and those whispers of decline will get louder. They'll be playing with a chip on their shoulder, and that can go either way. They could come out firing on all cylinders or crumble under the weight of expectations.
Let's not forget the festive factor either.
Right.
It's Boxing Day. It's a special kind of energy.
Absolutely. The fans are hyped. The players are full of Christmas pudding. It can lead to some unpredictable results.
For sure. The atmosphere at the Etihad will be electric. City fans will be demanding a response.
Yeah.
And Everton can feed off that energy, too. It's going to be a battle of wills as much as tactics.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, so let's cut to the chase. Time for some cold, hard predictions.
All right, let's put our reputations on the line. What's your gut feeling, Habibi?
We'll go bold here, Habibi gang. I think City wins, but it's close. 2-1 Mullen. Helen breaks his drought with a brace. Everton puts up a good fight, but City's just too hungry for that win.
Interesting. I see City winning too, but I think they'll want to make a statement. I'm going 3-0. A clean sheet to silence the critics. Remind everyone they're still the team to beat.
So we're both backing City, but different scorelines. That's the beauty of football, isn't it? It's anyone's guess until that final whistle blows.
Absolutely. We can analyze all day long, but ultimately it's the players out there on the pitch who decide the outcome.
Exactly. But hey, Habibi gang, we want to hear from you. What's your prediction? Drop it in the comments below. Let's see who's got the best crystal ball.
Yeah, let us know.
And before you all head off to, stuff yourselves with Christmas leftovers, hit that subscribe button. We're serving up piping hot football analysis all season long. And you don't want to miss a single bite.
Definitely not. Until next time, Habibi gang, keep the faith, enjoy the beautiful game, and may your Boxing Day predictions be spot on.
Cheers, everyone.